Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris, man. As always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. Today I have another one of my guitars for sale. Like I mentioned to you guys I posted a video a couple of days ago as far as selling more guitars, basses, and drum machines, because I'm going to spend the winter focusing on studying piano and also the mandolin. So some of the items that I have, I'm going to put up for sale because I won't be using them. And the first one on the list is this guitar. It is the Wildfire Drive. Make sure I get that right. Wildfire X, and the model is called the Drive. Now here's an interesting story about this guitar, or this model. I first purchased this model about 25 years ago when I was working downtown Chicago. During my lunch break, I would go and just hang out at the pawn shop. So I seen this guitar, picked it up, played it, fell in love with it, bought it. And several years later, I actually ended up giving it away as a gift to somebody when I left out the state, when I moved. So I gave it to him. And one thing about this guitar is it feels good to play, because I learned at an early age, as far as playing, guitar, it's not about what it looks like. Even though this is a nice looking guitar, it's not about whose name up here. It's not about where it came from. It's not about the wood, all that nonsense, because that's nonsense, because that means nothing if it don't feel good to play. Let me repeat, all that don't mean jack if it don't feel good to play, And every guitar that I've purchased over the last 15, 20 years, they feel good to play. If it don't feel good to play, I don't buy it. It's just that simple. It's like it's hurting my hands. I remember one of the very last guitars that I bought like that. It was an Epiphone. I want to say it was the Sheraton model or the other one. I forgot. The 335 copy. It felt terrible to play. I put on lighter gauge strings. I'm like, maybe it's the strings. Wasn't the strings. It's just the way that it was set up. The way that the manufacturer set it up. It was real hard on the fingers, because when you got your strings and you got to press down on them for them to meet down on the fretboard, and it hurts, that tells you right there, leave that guitar alone. So I purchased that guitar. In about 3 days, I sold it to one of my co-workers because her son was looking for that particular model. I gladly gave it to her, or sold it to her. And from that point on, I think every guitar that I have purchased from that point on up until now feels good to play. When it doesn't, and some of them show up here not feeling good to play, they get shipped back, because I'm not going to pass on something to somebody that doesn't feel good to play. Just can't do that. So I went out and bought another one. Within the last 6 months, I went out and bought another one, because I had been still looking for this guitar years later. I would say for the last 4 years I was looking to find this guitar again, and I found a couple of them in a different color. And somebody came up with the brilliant idea to change out the pickups. I'm like, I just wanted the way it came out the factory. So I finally found one, the exact same model, the exact same color. All of the stock, equipment is equipped, and I bought it. And the only reason why I'm selling, because like I told you, for the next couple of months, I'm gonna be focused on two other things. And also, I do have a guitar in my setup, a Les Paul copy, that sounds like this. So I'm like, like I told you guys, in my current guitar collection, there are no two guitars that sound the same or look the same. Now, there's going to be sometimes an exception, but I ain't going to get into that now. But anyway, I decided I'm going to part with this guitar. And like I told you, this guitar feel good. I like hollow humbucking pickups. I like the single coils too, but one thing I noticed about the humbucking pickups, as far as the bridge on most of those guitars, it's a bridge that elevates. It comes down, comes up. Meaning that when you want to adjust the action on it, you can raise it all the way up evenly. Even though if you want a slant, you can make an adjustment on each side, because you have that ability to do that. But with the single cord pickups, I noticed all of these strings are individual. And what are the chances of you lining all of them up perfectly? It's almost impossible. So at some point in time, some of the strings gonna be a little higher than others, and some gonna be lower. But that's what I love about the single coil pickups that have these types of Les Paul bridge. I call it Les Paul bridge. I don't know what it's called, but you can elevate it equally. It comes all the way up, comes down, and all the strings that come up, all the strings that go down. And also just the tone, you know, it's a really thick, mellow tone, you know, which is kind of hard to get on the single coil, just like it's kind of hard to get the real bright tone on the humbuckers. But I love this guitar, you know, and like I told you, the only reason why I'm selling, because I'm focusing on those two things over the summer, over the winter, and also I have a guitar in my collection that sounds like this. So $149 plus $50 shipping and handling, with the exception, again, like I told you guys, I just can no longer ship to California because the shipping rates are too high. Then it takes much longer with, you know, with the pandemic going on. So like I said, $149 plus $50 shipping and handling. And also what I would throw in absolutely free, which is an $80 value DVD bundle number 1, which is my most popular bundle, over 370 songs. Again, normally $80. If I were to tab each of those songs for you guys, because I have a tabbing service, $15 a song, 2 song minimum, that'd be what, close to $3,000, you know. So $80 absolutely free. I'm gonna put the guitar up to the camera in a minute, but it's beautiful. The color is, I believe, is Pepto Bismol color. It's definitely not pink or hot pink, you know, but it's, I think it's, again, Pepto Bismol. Because I have another guitar that the late great Dave, the builder, built for me, and it was that color is salmon. It's not pink, it's salmon, and this is not pink. This is Pepto Bismol color. Again, I'm gonna leave a link down here so you guys can hear this guitar. My PayPal information is right down there. Once you see this video and it doesn't have sold at the end of the subject line here, just simply inquire, say, hey Morris, man, is it still available? If so, I want to buy it. I'll give you the green light to do that. You submit your payment. Once you submit your payment, I'll put sold across here, so anybody else that would see this guitar after it's been sold would know it's been sold. Also, it'll go out the very next business day. United States Postal with tracking, signature required, so you know the day that it's showing up at your house, and you got to sign for it. They're not going to just stick it on your doorstep and leave. So again, it feels good to play. The neck is great. As far as neck, the neck itself, I would say it's a standard size neck, but the thing is, it's so far down here that it doesn't look like it's full standard size neck, but I believe it's full standard size neck. It feels good to play. I mean, I don't have any problems with, you know, feeling it's too small, the neck ain't long enough, nothing like that. But that's the only reason why I'm selling it again, because it took me years to find this guitar again, and I realized when I first had it how good it felt. And don't buy into that, you know, if you don't know the name brand or the brand maker, you know, it's probably not a good guitar. I'm only used to Fender, Gibson, and a handful of others that I feel comfortable and safe with. And if you kind of keep that mentality, you're gonna miss out on a lot of good guitar players, or a lot of good guitar makers, because there are a lot of good guitar makers out there now. I mean, really a lot of good guitar makers, not low end, thrown together junk that, you know, you get what you pay for. You only pay $60, so it is a $60 guitar. But, you know, now within the last 20 years, I would say there are a lot of good guitar makers out there that don't have that, you know, that big brand name thing, or, you know, everybody know it and you're cool if you got it. But I'm gonna stick it up to the camera. It's a solid neck through, but I'll stick it up. So again, $149 plus $50 shipping and handling. All PayPal information is right down there. Once you submit your payment, I slap sign or sold on across the header. I'll leave a link down here so you can hear me play this guitar. It sounds good. It feels good. Because I told you guys, it don't mean nothing if it don't feel good to play. I mean, it really doesn't. You know, so because I know we all at some point, and especially at our early age stages of playing, we get sucked into the marketing. I'm gonna go out and spend $2,000 on a guitar, and I can, first of all, barely play myself at this stage. And, you know, it's all about bragging rights. I got one that was made in America. That's great. You know, if you can afford it, that's wonderful. I mean, the average Joe right out the gate just can't go spend $3,000 on a guitar unless they put some bills off, or they put it on layaway, or borrow or get a loan from somebody. But for those who can do it and it don't hurt their pocketbook, hey, more power to you. Yeah, I got $3,000 I can spend right now, and I'm not gonna suffer nothing. No bills gonna be put on the back burner, or I'm struggling to pay off this or anything. That's wonderful. Life is wonderful. But the average person, they can't afford $2,000, especially right now. People losing their jobs because of the virus. So you want something that feels good and economical. And this fits the bill. So I'm gonna sign off now. Again, $149 for $50 shipping and handling. PayPal information is right down there. Also, I'll give you, like I told you guys, DVD bundle number 1, which consists of over 370 songs, absolutely free, an $80 value. So I'm going to sign off, and I'm just trying to make sure I didn't forget anything. I don't think so. Beautiful inlays. And these are inlays. These are not glued on or anything like that. Yeah, it feels good. I put some new strings on it, Gauge 8, which feels great to play. Like I told you, I hate the part with anything I got right now. I mean, really, everything I got, I would like to keep it and hold on to it, but I'm like, it's just sitting here, it's not being used, and I'd rather pass it on to somebody who's looking for a quality, good guitar and can trust me, trust my channel, because everybody that I've sold a guitar to, they're very happy. It feels good to them to play. They got a good price on it. I don't sell junk. I don't sell stuff that's hard to play. If, like I told you guys, if it doesn't fit my criteria as far as feeling good to play, it goes back. It goes back immediately. Instead of, let me think about it, or I can get through the uncomfortable or discomfort. No, I can't. If it don't feel good, it gotta go. And like I told you guys, my guitars, when I post them, within a couple of days, they're gone. I've had guitars that leave within 15-20 minutes because people realize, and I like to think I got a reputation on my channel where not only I give you a good price, but I give you a good guitar. I'm not passing off somebody else's junk, or this don't feel good, or the neck all jacked up, or I'm gonna get rid of it. No, I'm not. I'm sending it back to where I got it from. So I'm gonna sign off now. Until next time, take care and thanks for watching.